how will it feel to face Kenta Kobashi in your house of ROH?
I think Kenta Kobashi is a very major influence. When you see Samoa Joe and Kenta Kobashi, you'll see history. My house. He's in Ring of Honor, the place where I dominate. I'm here to make sure that he does.
It is October 1st, 2005. We are in Manhattan, New York City, as Ring of Honor presents Joe versus Kobashi. Dave Prazak joined by Lenny Leonard, getting things started off with Colt Cabana taking on Double C, Claudio Castagnoli.
Man, I am so excited. It is home sweet home weekend for me. Kicking things off, Colt Cabana and CC are going to go at it here. Colt Cabana not allowed to wrestle Homicide here this weekend in New York. Apparently threats received at the ROH offices something bad was going to happen to Colt Cabana here, so they thought it was best to keep him and Homicide apart.
Well, we're right here in Homicide's backyard. Threats being made toward Colt Cabana. It all goes back to the Dragon Gate Invasion show, where Homicide felt disrespected by Cabana on Good Times, Great Memories. Homicide attacking Cabana in the parking lot, and they have had an issue ever since. So on this evening, Cabana set for action against the European competitor out of the United Banks of Switzerland in Double C.
CC trying to earn himself a regular spot here at ROH. He had a very impressive outing his first time out. He got another look here tonight, and it would go a long way for him getting another look, maybe a more permanent look here at ROH with a victory over a guy like Colt Cabana.
Claudio had his debut matchup against Nigel McGuinness, a wrestler who likes to put the European style, the European influence to use, and Claudio certainly does as well, and we know that Colt Cabana has certainly added that aspect to his repertoire in recent months, as right now Colt Cabana keeping control of Claudio with the arm drag, pulling out of the arm and barring.
And Colt had that epic feud with Nigel McGuinness himself during the summer. Took a sabbatical, did Colt Cabana, went to Europe, tried to get a little more training in that style, so he was a little more prepared for a guy like Nigel McGuinness when he made his way back to ROH. So I'm sure that's going to come in handy against a guy like Claudio as well.
Colt Cabana is really breaking out this year. Who will ever forget his win against CM Punk in Punk's final matchup in ROH at Punk the Final Chapter, and he almost beat James Gibson in a classic at the Dragon Gate Invasion show. And he's doing a very good job of utilizing the arm drag and the arm bar here against Claudio. Using that European influence, going through the legs, swats away the drop kick, does Double C. Goes for the cover, but Cabana kicks out. Off the ropes comes Claudio. Rolls through on the hip toss attempt. And there we see one of the Rottweiler's thugs in the crowd trying to take the attention of Colt Cabana.
Yeah, Homicide being kept apart from Colt Cabana, but we couldn't stop those guys from buying a ticket, and they're going to do everything they can to get inside the head, obviously, of Colt Cabana here against Claudio.
Nice monkey flip as Cabana exchanges a stare with that thug out in the crowd. He needs to stay focused on his opponent here.
Well, the last thing he wants to do is take his attention away from Claudio, a guy who is primed for an upset here tonight. He needs this match badly.
He's one of the young athletes that's being given an opportunity here in Ring of Honor to really show what he's capable of, and no better stage to do it than right here in Manhattan. All eyes are on Ring of Honor here tonight. That's a Joebashi in the house.
Unbelievable. We've been hearing rumors for months that something big was coming. We had no idea how big it was going to be, and what a stage to put it on. My hometown, New York City.
European uppercut from the most money-making man, Claudio Castagnoli, has Cabana right where he wants him.
Yeah, Cabana tried to make that maneuver where he runs up the turnbuckles so he can come back down while he catches the guy coming in towards him and goes through his legs. Claudio saw him coming.
Picture perfect European uppercut by the European competitor.
Once again, just waylays him with that bolo uppercut. As the cravat here turns into a snapmare.
Uppercut to the back of the neck. He can pull that out of just about anywhere.
Did you hear the impact of that forearm across the back of the neck of Colt Cabana?
Interesting submission hold right here, stretching out the arms of Colt Cabana, putting pressure on his neck as well, trying to wear him down as Paul Turner checks on his condition. Cover.
Only a 2 count. Once again, you see the European influence in a what looks like a relatively simple hold, pulling back on the arms of his opponent. Normally that's a move in the American style of wrestling where you would see the competitor drive the knee between the shoulder blades to add the emphasis. Claudio had his back facing the other way.
Look at this display of power by Double C. Cabana's a big guy to be holding up for a delayed vertical suplex like this. He's got the size, he's got the power, he's got the confidence. Double C can go places in professional wrestling, and especially here in ROH.
Oh, he held him up there too long, inside cradle.
Only 2.
And you heard the crowd chanting along with CC on that maneuver. Covered by Cabana.
Again, only 2.
CC kind of trying to get the crowd inside, holding Cabana up there a little too long, it looked like, and got called the inside cradle, as yet another one of those thugs is harassing Colt Cabana in the ring.
Elevates Cabana and drops him face first to the canvas with the inverted suplex.
2 count again right there. Colt Cabana has got to focus on Claudio Castagnoli, or he is going to come up on the short end of the stick.
Whether Homicide is actually the opponent of Cabana on this night or not, he is going to get in his head and use his thugs, his fellow Rottweilers, to do it. And there we see another thug trying to take the attention of Cabana as Claudio out to the floor.
Cabana with a back heel kick, standing on the apron, Claudio out on the floor. Claudio slides back in.
Took too much time, did Cabana.
Ducks the clothesline and connects with that one. Cabana up top. Missile drop kick connects.
The mood is getting very ominous with these thugs. We better not have another night ruined by a Rottweiler riot.
Just ridiculous, these guys. You know, you keep Homicide away from Colt Cabana, that's one thing. But these guys trying to interject and involve themselves by getting in the head of Colt Cabana is just too much. Cabana has got to stay focused.
Double knees to the chest of Double C in the corner.
Elbow to the top of the head by Cabana.
He's got the momentum on his side here if he can stay focused.
Sends him hard to the corner.
But from behind. Cabana going for the lariat. Claudio ducked. K-Prada.
Only able to get 2 as Claudio kicks out.
Cabana's been putting that lariat to use to finish off his opponents as of late. European uppercut from Cabana.
Not so bad. Yeah, you saw he did hit Ricky Reyes with that lariat just a week ago in that opening round matchup at Survival of the Fittest. He also used it against CM Punk to win one of those 2 out of 3 falls.
Knee to the midsection by Claudio. Shake, rattle, and roll. A little homage to one of his trainers, the Honky Tonk Man. Not enough to put Cabana away. Double C with the cording hold. Cradles the leg. He's got him up on his shoulders. Cabana staying on his feet. Series of elbows to the forehead of Double C. Going for the Colt 45.
Oh, he's getting distracted again by that guy on the outside jawing at him. He's got to pay attention to CC.
Crosses the arms. Pyramid powerbomb. The Ricola bomb from Claudio.
And he got him.
That's 3. Claudio Castagnoli with a big upset win. That's sure to earn him future bookings here in ROH. Colt Cabana better watch his back. This situation's getting scary. three-way elimination matchup. Matt Seidel, Azrael, and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels to do battle. Well, we've had one upset tonight. We'll be seeing an upset streak here if either Azrael or Matt Seidel can come up the winner of this matchup against a veteran of the ring, such as Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, both these young guys looking to make a name for themselves here at ROH. Christopher Daniels looking to get back into title contention, but all three of them need a win here to do that. And Matt Seidel just gets arm dragged out of his boots by Azrael.
And they both take Christopher Daniels down to the canvas. Back to his feet, though. Gets met with a double drop kick.
Matt Seidel, the newest member of Generation Next.
Earned a spot, helping his teammates. Roderick Strong and Austin Aries win a six-man tag team matchup against the Embassy back at Redemption. Nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Azrael.
Belly to back suplex, drops him right on the back of his head. Daniels out of the corner, gets caught by Azrael, and another belly to back takes Daniels down.
Feeling the effects as the two young junior heavyweights do battle here. Matt Seidel chopping away at the chest of Azrael. Seidel is one of the most graceful high flyers on the ROH roster today. Connects with a knee strike on Daniels.
Azrael tried to Irish whip him into the corner, and he saw Daniels there. Instead of running into the corner, he used that knee to his advantage, connected with Daniels. Powerbomb!
But Seidel able to kick out. Daniels takes this opportunity to stomp away on Azrael.
Hard forearm strike from Daniels. He's going to send Azrael off the ropes. Running leg lariat takes Azrael down.
Seidel trying to catch a breather out on the floor as Daniels and Azrael do battle.
Crowd getting behind Christopher Daniels here in New York City.
They are very appreciative of the efforts that Azrael has made in recent months, really coming into his own, really showing what he's made of.
Nice reversal into the Hurricane Rana there by Azrael, taking Daniels off his feet. It goes right to work on Seidel in the corner. Hard chop after a boot to the midsection.
Azrael effectively working over both of his opponents at once here, chopping away on Daniels now.
Azrael is going to send him out of the corner. Runs into monkey flip there on the Seidel. Azrael catches it.
While Christopher Daniels is in control, both of his opponents are down.
Clothesline out of his boots was Azrael right there by Daniels.
Brings these fans to their feet as he clubs away on the back of Matt Seidel. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Just folding him over the knee. Again, elimination rules here in this three-way.
Seidel hits the corner hard. Azrael still in a heap in the other corner. Hard chop to the chest by Daniels. First the Irish whip by Seidel. He fires him in. Elevated up and over the apron. Left hand in the face of Daniels, and Seidel's going up top. Palm strike to the face.
Well, he saw Matt Seidel was climbing up top, and Christopher Daniels knows just what Seidel is capable of off that top rope. Looking for a superplex. Matt Seidel trying to hold his ground and block.
Headbutt by Seidel. He put on the brakes and just rocked him with a headbutt. Forearm shot. Daniels staggered and he's down.
Fought his way out of that predicament. Azrael now trying to take advantage of the situation. So close to an elimination, using Azrael's back as a launching pad.
Leaping off the top rope and using Azrael to connect with that DDT. He just planted Christopher Daniels.
Now some danger at ringside, encouraging Daniels to work his way back to his feet. Forearm shot from that side out.
Hard shot to the back. Shinamaki takes him down hard as Seidel climbs to the turnbuckle.
Cannonball leg drop off the a second. Almost pins Christopher Daniels. Anybody's ball game at this point of the match. Azrael firing away at Christopher Daniels. Seidel back to his feet as well.
Daniels getting bounced around like a ping pong ball here.
Might be in Azrael and Seidel's best interest to double team Daniels and get him out of the matchup because they know that he is the most experienced of these three athletes.
It seems to be exactly what they're doing here. Daniels against the ropes. They'll send him off. Both set too early. Daniels catches them both with a boot. Went for the neck breaker on Seidel, but ducked Azrael.
Back chops Azrael. Now Daniels with the bulldog clothesline combination on both of his opponents.
All three men down. Daniels struggling to get to his feet. Second win here for Christopher Daniels. Hard forearm shot knocks down Seidel. Back elbow takes down Azrael. And a clothesline knocks down Seidel. And one for Azrael folds him inside out.
It's got Matt Seidel now set to the ropes. Blue Thunder powerbomb. No, Seidel gets his shoulder up.
The newest member of Generation Next just barely able to get his shoulder up. Seidel looks so good in that six-man when the Abyss, the monster, was brought in by the Embassy, earning him his spot with a victory in that matchup. Clothesline off the top by Azrael.
Cover. No. Only gets two. Azrael looking to follow up on Daniels. As Seidel trying to catch his breath out on the ring apron. Daniels pitched to the floor. No, saves himself on the apron.
Misses the shoulder block, gets caught with a boot from Azrael and a neck breaker.
Daniels hung up in the ropes. Azrael looking to take advantage. Double stop.
Seidel on the floor trying to recover.
Azrael trying to pull Daniels into the center of the ring to go for a cover. Drives the leg across the chest of Azrael and down to the mat. Only for a near fall.
So much for the alliance and some teamwork between Seidel and Azrael.
Daniels is out on the floor now. Seidel looking to take a chance.
Hurricane Rana on the floor.
The chance paid off for Matt Seidel. Leaves Azrael inside the ring while Daniels and Seidel battle on the floor. Azrael takes to the air.
Seidel smartly getting out of the way, leaving Christopher Daniels to absorb all of that blow from Azrael.
Daniels laying on the floor here as Matt Seidel back inside the ring. Azrael back underneath the bottom rope himself.
All three of these guys paying the price here. The two youngsters are going to go at it with Daniels on the floor. Seidel and Azrael trading forearm shots. Azrael getting the better of it here. Step up Enziguri rocks Seidel.
Staying on his feet, but out on his feet. And that took him down. So close to our first elimination.
2.5 again. Seidel able to dig down and kick out.
Matt Seidel likes to put that top rope belly-to-belly suplex to use. As well, the Here It Is driver, the half Nelson pump handle slam.
Azrael catches him coming in with a boot. Seidel with a chop. He's going to go up top. Be looking for that belly-to-belly you just talked about here.
If he can get him in the position, forearm strikes, trying to soften him up. Seidel up top.
He got him! Belly-to-belly off the top from Matt Seidel, and Azrael is eliminated. Christopher Daniels now rolling back into the ring. It is going to be he and Matt Seidel going at it here. Rosen through.
No. Matt Seidel could score the biggest win of his career here. Matt Seidel has problems with the Legacy. Ever since the 3rd anniversary celebration week, he'll meet Jimmy Rave tomorrow night in Philly at Unforgettable.
He has to make it through Christopher Daniels first, who just turned him inside out.
It's great seeing Christopher Daniels back in ROH competition. I'd love to see him wrestle Curryman at some point. Maybe it'll happen here in ROH.
You know, with all the Japanese stars making their way here, guys like Kobashi, Milano Collection AT, it would be nice to see Daniels and Curryman go at it.
Hey, Curryman filled in for Christopher Daniels back at the Dragon Gate Invasion. Cover! That side out. Very resilient. Gets his shoulder up.
Seidel firing his way back to his feet. Hits the ropes. Going on the shoulders, though, of Daniels. Drives him into the turnbuckle. Death Valley driver.
He kicks out. Gotta hand it to Matt Seidel. Daniels looking to wear him down here. Trying to take the energy out of the very fast pace and dynamic performer, Seidel. Works his way back to his feet, though. Trying to break free.
Driving that elbow to the midsection. Trying to get away. Leg lariat takes him down.
He's got Daniels stunned now. If Matt Seidel could work back to his feet and keep the momentum in his favor. It's all on the line right here. Manhattan, everybody's watching this show. Everybody's looking. Their eyes on ROH here tonight.
Most talked about main event in wrestling in quite some time, and we've got it here tonight. Kenta Kobashi and Samoa Joe step up Enziguri, and Christopher Daniels is out on his feet.
Standing moonsault gets him 2.5. So graceful in his aerial offense. Matt Seidel.
This kid gets more and more impressive every time out here at ROH. We talk about wins meaning everything here. What a win this would be for Seidel. Crossbody off the top.
Again a near fall. Claudio Castagnoli already scoring an upset win in our opening contest. Can Matt Seidel do the very same here against Christopher Daniels?
Daniels pops up. Forearm shot and a chop sends him to the corner. Nobody there.
Bridging back, trying to keep the shoulders down. But Daniels able to maneuver his way out of that pinning predicament.
Snapmare by Daniels escapes. Back body drop. Seidel lands on his feet. Catches the boot to the midsection. Angel's Wings!
And that is it. Christopher Daniels comes up the winner of your three-way elimination matchup, but a very strong outing by both Azrael and Matt Seidel.
You know, it's a big weekend for James Gibson. It's no secret, this is my last weekend with Ring of Honor. And when ROH officials said I could pick my opponents, I knew exactly who I was going to pick, because I've already heard about the rumors. I heard that this man right here, Jimmy Yang, was coming into the territory. Jimmy, me and you go way back. You name it, we did it. We've been partners, opponents. We did Nitro, we did SmackDown, Starrcade. We was right across the street, Madison Square Garden, WrestleMania. But Jimmy, here, it ain't sports entertainment. Here, in Ring of Honor, it's professional wrestling. And there's gonna be no interference, no tag partners, no dragons, no 3 counts, no tajiris. There's gonna be no political people. They can't reach from the back with their long arms. They can't dictate the pace of the match. They can't decide what direction we're gonna take it in. But Jimmy, it's gonna be a pleasure to wrestle you tonight. Just so you'll know, around here, I'm the man these days. And I plan on ending my ROH career with a big win.
James Gibson? Nah, Jamie's son. You're Jamie's son to me. And tonight, we're gonna go one-on-one. And you know what? They're not gonna have an edit button back there to edit us. Tonight, You know what, Jamie-san? To me, your time's up. It's Yang time now.
supposed to be a singles competition between the returning Tony Mamaluke and Sal Rinauro has turned into a matchup for the ROH Tag Team Championship, deciding to form an alliance rather than face one another and accept the open challenge laid out by Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer.
You got to give Jacobs and Whitmer credit. Anytime you put an open contract out there, you have no idea what you're getting yourselves into. And what they've gotten themselves into is a match against one half of the former ECW Tag Team Champs and a young up-and-comer Sal Rinauro, who was a former FIP Tag Team Champion not too long ago with Spanky.
Sal Rinauro had a strong showing at Survival of the Fittest during qualifying match competition, looking to build his name on the independent scene and work his way into a permanent ROH roster spot. And a veteran of the ring such as Tony Mamaluke as his tag team partner, a very wise decision on his part to even form this tag team.
Sal did look very good in his qualifying match, came up just short against Jay Lethal, but gave it everything he had. And they're going to do the same here against the ROH Tag Team Champs.
Mamaluke going after the arm of BJ Whitmer right here. BJ doing his best to prevent full pressure being put on the hold by Mamaluke. Rolls back and turns the tables on him. Elevates him. Show of power there by Whitmer.
One arm gotch lift there from BJ Whitmer. Tremendous show of strength. Suplex attempt. Mamaluke lands right on his feet.
Great agility. As they come face to face here. Slap right across the face, and BJ dishes it right back out.
Yeah, Mamaluke does not want to get into a battle of fisticuffs with BJ Whitmer.
Whitmer extends the hand to the Hussman. Jimmy Jacobs tags himself in. And Sal Rinauro brought into the matchup as well.
Getting behind Jimmy Jacobs here in New York.
It's all right. Saved by the South. Collar and elbow tie-up between these two men. Jacobs going after the arm.
These are the two quicker of the four men in this matchup. I expect these two to be a lot more fast-paced than the other two guys. Hard shoulder tackle, though, from the big man. Sal up and over the leapfrog. Jacobs with one of his own. Deep arm drag, though, by Jacobs. And another. There you see the quickness coming into play. Sal hanging on the ropes, blocks another hip toss. Sets a little too soon there. Reversal by Jacobs. Rinauro up and over the leapfrog and a drop kick.
Sal Rinauro showing what he's capable of here. And comes up with the armbar on Jimmy Jacobs.
Gotta wonder how much of an advantage that Jacobs and Whitmer are gonna have in this matchup. As we said earlier, these two guys were supposed to be wrestling against each other. Were Mamaluke and Rinauro. Roll up here by Mamaluke. Near fall. They were supposed to be wrestling one another. How much teamwork are they gonna have together against the tag team champs?
Dumps him right on his head. Mamaluke means business now that he's returned here to Ring of Honor. Immediately going after gold. There's BJ Whitmer returning from yet another tour of Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. Whitmer and Jacobs, two-time ROH Tag Team Champions, including a very memorable victory over Jack Evans and Roderick Strong back at Manhattan Mayhem at our first event here at the New Yorker Hotel.
Dragon screw leg whip from Mamaluke. Jacobs hits that bottom rope. Luckily for him, he missed the turnbuckle. Rolls him up, though.
Only gets two.
Basement dropkick from Mamaluke right on the knee of Jacobs.
And going after that leg right now. Of course, Jacobs and Whitmer have also defeated the Second City Saints, Lacey's Angels team, Carnage Crew, Jay Lethal, and Samoa Joe back at the Best of the American Super Juniors show to initially win the Tag Team Championship. Back chop from Whitmer.
Whitmer comes in to save Jacobs. Mamaluke into the camel clutch.
Putting all the pressure down across the back of Jimmy Jacobs while pulling back on the head, putting pressure on the neck. Jacobs trying to inch his way toward the ropes, and he makes it to force a break.
And a quick tag by Mamaluke to Renaro. Showing some more teamwork here. Sal coming down right across the back of Jacobs. Another 2 count.
In the first 2 matches tonight, we've seen Claudio Castagnoli and Matt Sydal really raise their stock with their performance. Good opportunity for Mamaluke and Renaro. See if they can follow suit with the richest prize in ROH Tag Team Wrestling on the line.
Hard forearm shot from Mamaluke and a bolo uppercut connects on Jacobs.
Jacobs takes him down with that elbow. Needs to tag out to Whitmer here.
And he does.
BJ hits the ropes. Big forearm.
Knocks down Mamaluke hard after that forearm shot.
Without a doubt, BJ Whitmer, the most powerful individual in this match.
Another hard knockdown on Mamaluke. He's going to send him to the corner. Follows him in, running forearm smash in the corner. Another Irish whip. Mamaluke hits the buckles hard again. Again, Whitmer follows up, and another basement drop kick from Mamaluke, taking the legs of BJ Whitmer right out.
Mamaluke out to the apron, looking to climb the turnbuckles in the corner. Going for a DDT, but Whitmer using his strength to try to block the DDT attempt, but he turns it into a choke. And more power as he launches him into the turnbuckle.
Folds Mamaluke in half in the corner. Jacobs now finally able to make his way up to his corner as his partner now has things in control.
Mamaluke tried his best. He couldn't get the DDT. He was able to cinch in that choke, but it was the power of Whitmer that decided that exchange right there as he just launched him into the corner. Jacobs off the top now with the tomahawk chop.
Connecting right to the top of the head of Mamaluke. Picks him back up, handful of hair.
And both men just clubbing across the back of Mamaluke. Sal Renaro letting his emotions get the best of him.
Showing a little bit of inexperience there, distracting the referee, allowing the double team to go on. Scooping a hard slam from Jacobs. Drives the elbow to the chest. Make it 2.
Out comes the elbow pad. Drops another elbow. Cover. No, rolls his shoulder up off the candle.
Gotta hook the leg there. Mamaluke may have been in trouble, but he didn't hook the leg.
Ball's holding the head of Tony Mamaluke, trying to keep him away from his corner, away from Sal Renaro.
Good job of isolating Mamaluke in their half of the ring.
Extends the furry boot, makes the tag.
Apparently you can tag the boot. Snapmare by BJ Whitmer. Back chop.
Whitmer and Jacobs showing why they are such a dominant tag team force in Ring of Honor and why they wear the championship. Power bombing his own partner into a senton across the chest. Cover.
Something we've seen in a few of their title defenses. BJ Whitmer using his partner Jimmy Jacobs' body as a weapon.
It's certainly a unique strategy we don't see too often in tag team wrestling. And it's something that has made Whitmer and Jacobs a very dangerous force.
When normally in tag teams, you usually see guys of similar size and stature together, as Mamaluke drives the knees into the throat of BJ Whitmer. Now he has to make the tag. They usually get guys about the same size and stature. Very rare that you have such a size differential between two partners.
It's the differences that almost bring out the best qualities in both Whitmer and Jacobs. Renaro, the legal man.
Hurricane Rana off the top, but Whitmer is able to make the tag to Jacobs.
Renaro setting to the ropes, staying on his feet.
Running Pele kick out of the corner. German with a bridge.
Nice combo from Renaro, but can't keep Jacobs down. Big burst of energy here by Renaro.
Caught with the spear by Jacobs.
Renaro took a chance, came springboarding off the second rope, and just got caught right out of midair.
Makes the tag, does Jacobs to Whitmer. Hits the ropes with a lot of velocity and a hard kick to the face.
Oh, I thought that was it. Renaro showing just how much he wants to wear a championship here in ROH. Nice suplex from Whitmer, holding onto the head.
Northern Lights with a bridge.
Well, he gets two out of it.
Nice suplex combination off the snap into the Northern Lights. Fans starting to get behind Renaro here. Go behind with a roll-up. BJ hangs on to the ropes. Sal ducks the boot. Blind tag. Clothesline out of his boot still.
But Tony Mamaluke is the legal man out on the apron. I don't know if Whitmer realizes
No,
it.
he doesn't. Mamaluke coming in behind him. Hard kick to the ribs.
Just measuring Whitmer for these kicks, but he's back to his feet.
Whitmer's able to block a couple of those with his arm, it looked like.
Trying to shake off the effects. Dylan to bring it on. Able to avoid Whitmer's offense. Goes right after the arm. Mamaluke focusing on the arm of BJ Whitmer. He rolls forward to relieve the pressure on the hold. Mamaluke keeping hold of the arm.
Whitmer had a chance to get to the ropes there and didn't take it. Instead chooses to roll through, but gets caught in a triangle choke.
Got in the middle of the ring too. Whitmer trying to use his power once again. And drives him into the top turnbuckle.
Jacobs makes the tag. He's going up.
They like to use that Doomsday Rana to finish off their opponent. Also a Doomsday Contra code. Looks like that might be what they're going for right here. The headbutts now. Tony Mamaluke saves himself.
Powerbomb from Whitmer.
So much for saving himself.
And again the strength of BJ Whitmer. Mamaluke fighting with everything he's got.
Doomsday Rana. Jacobs, but Mamaluke just did it, and Renaro takes a chance, takes Jacobs down on the floor.
Well, you can see the face of Jimmy Jacobs, he couldn't believe it. But now Whitmer is in there one-on-one with Mamaluke.
Whitmer pulling Mamaluke to the corner. Looks like Whitmer is going to climb the turnbuckles now in the corner. What can he have in mind for Mamaluke?
Renaro on the apron.
Whitmer in a precarious position here.
Springboard drop kick and Whitmer crashes down to the floor.
Jimmy Jacobs now to the second. Going for a superplex. Mamaluke trying to get his balance. Sunset powerbomb.
Renaro on the apron now. Springboard enziguri. Double team maneuver. We've got new ROH Tag Team Champions, Tony Mamaluke and Sal Renaro with the double Rubik's Cube Dragon.
pinfall or submission attack. Once you use those 3 rope breaks, the ropes are in play to be used by your opponent, but they cannot be used by you to break up a pin or submission. There is a strict 20 count on the floor. There are to be no close...
Wait a second, come on! Give Mr. Sinclair the respect he deserves and let him tell Lethal the rules. I know you're all chomping at the bit. I know you want to see McGuinness wrestle. I understand that. Because you love winners here in New York City. You love sporting heroes. I know. You love the New York Giants. You love the New York Dandies. You love New York McGuinness. What? The Yankees is what I said. New York Yankees is what I said. Yankees, dandies, what does it matter? I mean, everybody knows you only invented baseball because you're no good at cricket. So let's let Mr. Sinclair finish the rules, because Jack Lethal's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I don't want you at a disadvantage, because you know and everybody else knows he's going to need every advantage he can get, because I am the best pure wrestler in the world. I am the best there is. I am the best there was. And let's just start the match, shall we?
The code of honor is followed as Nigel McGuinness puts the Pure Championship on the line against a former Pure Champion himself in Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal was a Pure Champion, like you said. He lost his title in this very building at Manhattan Mayhem to Samoa Joe.
One of the most celebrated Pure title matches in ROH history.
It was absolutely tremendous, and I'm sure this match is going to be every bit as good, as Nigel McGuinness has been on quite a roll as late here in ROH.
Trying to quiet these fans down a little bit. A lot of Jay Lethal fans in the building here tonight. Of course, Jay Lethal won the Pure Championship at the Trios Tournament show from John Walters. Nigel holding on to the side headlock down on the canvas. Head scissors utilized by Jay Lethal to maneuver his way out of it.
Sinclair right there checking on the shoulders of Nigel. Nice bridge. Look at the neck strength of Nigel McGuinness. Unable to break the hold. Finally able to get his way to his feet.
Feeling out process here in the early going between these two.
Nigel with a bit of a size and strength, obviously an experience advantage as well, but Jay Lethal has come so far in the last year here in ROH. Between his Pure title win, his epic battles against the Rottweilers, finally getting that elusive win over Low Key, he has come so far this year, and maybe another Pure title is within his grasp here tonight.
You got Nigel down with the head scissors now, trying to maneuver his way out of the hold. And he does. Nicely done by McGuinness. But as he was about to celebrate escaping the hold, he left himself wide open for that drop kick from Lethal.
Oh, Nigel saw it coming. He wanted no part of that chop, so he thought better of it and walked away. Nigel's been very, very cocky. I mean, even more cocky than he had been since winning this title.
Nigel McGuinness winning the Pure title from Samoa Joe at the Dragon Gate Invasion event. It's almost getting to his head a little bit being Pure champion.
Collar and elbow tie up. Nigel goes to work right on the arm. Takes him over quickly.
Nigel likes to focus on the arm of his opponents. There's several maneuvers that do damage to that particular body part. But Lethal works his way back up to his feet. Not a clean break from Nigel in the corner. Plumbing away at the chest.
Forearm smashes to the chest, very legal. Blocking the chops of Jay Lethal though is Nigel.
Nice defense right there.
It's one of Nigel's strengths that I've noticed over the last few months. He is an excellent counter wrestler. He will let an offensive maneuver be taken by his opponent, and he always does a good job of either coming up with a counter or an offensive maneuver of his own to break that hold.
Yeah, he is an excellent wrestler, an excellent counter wrestler, but there hasn't been too much pure wrestling with Nigel's shady wins, including low blows and pokes to the eyes, to lead to the decisions in his Pure title defenses thus far.
And don't forget the smashing people in the face with irons.
Yeah, the iron also an ominous presence at ringside. Nigel McGuinness, he is a great wrestler. He doesn't need to resort to those tactics, but he does.
Sends Lethal in, follows him in, up and over goes Lethal. Handsprings out of the corner. Nigel crawls through the legs. Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Takes away one hand of the knuckle lock, goes over top and backwards through the legs. And gets met with that kick from Lethal. Nicely done.
Bicycle kick from Jay Lethal connecting right on the chin of Nigel McGuinness. Lethal needs to hurry up and follow up here, though. He's taking way too much time to follow up. Hard chop to the chest. Single leg pickup by Nigel. Cartwheels his way out. And another chop from Lethal.
So much for that defense. Nigel back to his feet and gets met with another chop.
Right back to the legs, though, this Nigel McGuinness, and ties him up and grounds Jay Lethal here.
You can't really chop him from this position. He's got Lethal chest first, down on the canvas. Todd Sinclair checking on his condition. Crowd getting behind Lethal.
Good move here by McGinnis, tying up the legs. Not exactly in the center of the ring. Close enough to the ropes to see if Jay Lethal is going to want to maybe use one of those rope breaks to get out of his hold. But instead, Lethal's going to roll through and connect with a forearm and a bolo uppercut. Lethal firing away at McGinnis.
Firing is right. Getting all fired up in there. Burst of energy from Jay Lethal.
Sends him out of the corner. McGinnis rolls through. Clubbing blow to the back. Polo uppercut rocks it.
Lethal trying to shake off the effects.
It's the second time so far in this match that Lethal had an advantage on McGinnis and didn't follow up quickly.
Nigel likes to put that headstand in the corner to use to bait his opponent into coming charging right into the kick. And Lethal fell for it right there. And Nigel standing tall inside the ring. Of course, pure title matches, 20 count on the floor. And the title can change hands on a count out should Nigel get counted out here too.
Jay Lethal in a heap on the floor here in Manhattan. Caught with that mule kick in the corner. Finally makes his way into the ring. Nigel with a handful of hair.
Nigel wanted to get the easy title defense there, hoping to get a count-out win, just waiting for Lethal to get back inside. Again, going back to work on that arm.
Snapping Lethal down. You can see the pain look on Lethal's face there. Nigel drove him to the canvas.
Handful of hair. Again, Nigel's a great wrestler. You don't have to have a handful of hair to pick the man up. Holds that arm in hammerlock position, kicks away the leg, almost like a hammerlock divorce court.
Hard stomp right to the back.
Look at that smirk on the face of McGinnis.
Very smug look on his face.
He really does believe he's the best there is, the best there was. He's in control of the match.
Sending Lethal up in the top. Hanging him upside down in the corner.
Break it up!
Listen to the impact on the back of Jay Lethal.
He was trying to pull himself up in the corner out of the tree alone. His exposed back paid the price.
Nigel showing that training with David Beckham paying off.
He's got Lethal, elevates him to the top. Holds on to the top rope. Over top goes Nigel, all the way across the ring, back to that headstand. And this time, Lethal wastes no time, chopping away at the chest. Takes Nigel off his perch.
No hesitation there from Lethal this time, and he was able to execute on Nigel. That's exactly what he needs to do, is follow up quickly.
Combination of back elbows and the clothesline. Lethal in control.
Nigel ducks the elbow. And caught with a spine buster.
Got Nigel down. Lethal digging down for some more energy. Looks like Lethal may have busted open his lip. A little bit of blood coming out of his mouth.
Nigel runs into a forearm shot from Lethal in the corner. And a leg lariat leaping off the second rope. Cover here. And only a 2 count.
Lethal doing his best here to regain the Pure Championship. Forget about that laceration on the inside of his mouth and stay focused on his opponent here.
That might have been that mule kick to the face when he ran into the corner. May have either loosened the tooth or might have bitten his tongue there.
Going for the dragon suplex. Full Nelson broken by Nigel. Running suplex from Lethal. Going up for the headbutt.
Nice show of strength there from Lethal. Connects with a diving headbutt.
Nigel with the shoulder up. And we've seen Jay Lethal brave injuries in the past and come out on the winning end of matches. Well, the night that he won the Pure Championship, you know, he battled after suffering that injury to his eye, having it swelled shut by Low-Ki at the Trios tournament. So a little cut on the inside of his mouth isn't going to stop Jay Lethal in his quest to regain the championship tonight.
Super kick in the corner, that might be it.
Tying up the legs. Trademark Jay Lethal submission hold right here. Pressure on the legs as well as stretching out the arms here. Referee asking, does Nigel Lethal give it up?
Trying to make it to the ropes.
Not within his reach, and finally frees himself from the hold and reaches the ropes.
Jay Lethal.
Only the first rope break of the match so far here for Nigel.
Con Sinclair has corrected it in rope break number 1 for Nigel McGuinness.
Lethal grabbing hold of the leg of Nigel McGuinness, holding onto those ropes to prevent from being pulled back into the center of the ring. Nigel just grabbed the iron. He's got that iron in his hand, and the face of Jay Lethal just driven into that iron, and the referee didn't even see it. Oh, come on! Come on! Nigel wrestled a great Pure matchup and then wins by cheating. This has to stop.
Todd Sinclair having a rough night, it looks like. First he messed up on calling the rope break, and then he gets himself out of position for Nigel McGuinness to use the iron and pick up the cheap win over Jay Lethal.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart how much your support
The war between the Embassy and Generation Next continues here tonight, singles style, as the crown jewel of the Embassy, Jimmy Ray, is set to take on Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong here in New York City, as you see Nana on the outside talking trash as usual to Jade Chung, who is still tied to that dog leash. Roderick Strong coming off the biggest win of his career 1 week ago, winning survival of the fittest, knocking off 5 other athletes, including his partner, his teammate in Generation Next, Austin Aries.
And speaking of Austin Aries, he is currently sidelined with a back injury sustained during the course of survival of the fittest. Of course, absorbing that chair shot to the back from Jimmy Rave caused Jimmy Rave to lose the matchup against Aries via disqualification because the referee saw the chair shot, and of course the other competitors focused on that injured back of Aries, and that has put him out of action for this big weekend here.
Yeah, the chair shot from Jimmy Rave to Austin Aries that did the damage originally was supposed to be behind the referee's back. However, the interference attempt by Jade Chung seemed to backfire on the Embassy.
Yeah, Jade Chung was supposed to distract the ref so that he could use the chair. But, you know, where's the honor in using a chair to earn a victory? It's the tactics of the Embassy that just disgust everyone. And the fact that Nana was manhandling Jade Chung for months at ringside. An ROH official said that he can no longer put his hands on her and mistreat her at ringside, so he's just rubbing it in their face with this dog leash. So he's not physically putting his hands on her, he's just dragging her around on a dog leash with that sheet wrapped around her.
Yeah, there is no depths that Prince Nana will not swoop to. Whether it's bringing in hired guns like Abyss to try and take out Generation Next, or wrapping this poor girl in a sheet and dragging her around like an animal at ringside, there's nothing he won't stoop to.
He's got her in that sheet because he doesn't feel that the fans are worthy of looking at her. You know, at first it was, oh, the Embassy's footstool was pretty hot, and then we start, you know, feeling a little bit sorry for Jade Chung and the mistreatment, and now he takes away the fact that she wears some revealing clothing from time to time. It's just disgusting. But getting back to the match, side headlock grab by Jimmy Rave on Roderick Strong inside the ring. And you know, you called Survival of the Fittest last week in Boston the biggest night, the biggest win of Roderick Strong's career, but just about a month prior to that he had that biggest win of his career up until that point, defeating Matt Hardy at Punk the Final Chapter in Chicago Ridge.
You know, it's things like that, the fact that every month it seems like Roderick Strong is having another great match, or Roderick Strong is coming up with another big victory that makes everybody think, as you see them going at it with chops here in the corner, that makes everybody think that this kid is the MVP of ROH this year. Jimmy Rave surprisingly getting the better of that chop exchange until right then.
Yeah, you don't want to go chop for chop with Roderick Strong. You will lose. It's those chops and those vicious backbreakers from Roderick Strong that just decimates his opponents. And Rave all the way out to the floor to get away from Roderick's chop onslaught.
Trying to take a look, trying to cool his chest off. It's on fire right now. Roderick just waylaying him with those chops. Rave was getting the better of it for a split second or two, and then Roderick had enough and started firing back, and with authority.
Jimmy Rave taking his time getting back inside the ring. Of course, Rave and Roderick Strong have met on opposite sides of some great tag team battles, particularly at Redemption, Night of the Grudges 2, and the Dragon Gate Invasion show. The Embassy Generation Next feud has escalated with each matchup. Rave in control with the side headlock down on the canvas right now.
Wise strategy here by Jimmy Rave, trying to slow Roderick Strong down, keep him off his feet and eliminate some of those high-impact maneuvers. But Roderick able to get to his feet, sends him off the ropes. Quickly, Jimmy Rave takes him over with another side headlock.
There's Jade Chung basically forced to be with Nana since home life is so terrible. You know, I've had enough of the mistreatment of her. You know, Matt Hardy had enough. Mick Foley had enough and tried to put a stop to it.
Hopefully, sooner or later, this young lady will realize she has to do something to get away from Prince Nana.
You know, the last week, from what I've heard, has been hell for Jade Chung. Nana's just tortured her after she didn't distract the ref at the right time last week at Survival of the Fittest. I mean, you can't really blame Jade Chung for any of this. You know, he's just exerting his authority over her.
Exactly. He knows that she's not in a position to fight back, and he uses that to his advantage, just like Roderick Strong is using that chop in the corner to his advantage as he is just punishing Jimmy Rave.
Jimmy Rave setting the buckle hard, and he just tumbles down to the canvas. Roderick in control.
What velocity by Roderick Strong as he fires Jimmy Rave to the corner.
He measures in forearm strike from Roderick Strong. So many excellent outings for Roderick Strong during 2005. Great series of matches against CM Punk. And of course, these big victories in the past few months really elevated Roderick's stock in professional wrestling.
Roderick, I think, actually had a bit of soul searching in the middle of this year. You know, he kept seeing how he was always up and over Jimmy Rave to the floor.
All the way to the floor, he hit hard, and Roderick takes a chance. Baseball slide drop kick sends Rave into the barricade.
I'm saying Roderick kept hearing the reports of another great match from Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong steals another show, but the victories were not coming with those great performances, and he is finally starting to put some results with all that potential.
Roderick bringing the action back inside the ring as he rolls Jimmy Rave underneath the bottom rope and back inside. Prince Nana grabbing hold of the leg of Roderick Strong, takes his attention off of Jimmy Rave, and off the apron, right into the barricade he goes.
Once again, the distraction on the outside from Nana, enabling Jimmy Rave to gain the advantage as he shoved Roderick Strong hard into that steel barricade.
Rave now back out to the floor himself.
Clubbing forearm shot to the back of the neck of Roderick Strong. And again, Roderick hard to the barricade.
And Rave just ramming the head of Roderick Strong repeatedly into the barricade.
Jeez.
Talk about things getting heated between the Embassy and Generation Next.
Now just stepping on the throat, pushing the head of Roderick Strong into those steel guardrails.
Rave in control. Roderick just trying to cover up from the punishment here. Referee needs to get him back inside the ring.
Get it back. Rave's going to do just that as he fires Roderick right into the ring. Roderick down right in the center. Rave stalking him now. Clubbing shot across the back of the neck. Suplex from Rave. Floats over. Hooks the leg. Well, didn't hook the leg. It only got a 2 count.
Now, during the course of the past year or so, Jimmy Rave has become one of the most hated men in ROH. Of course, his violent feud against CM Punk, culminating in that brutal steel cage match at Nowhere to Run in Chicago. And of course, his feud against AJ Styles, ending just a few weeks ago at Glory by Honor 4.
No more Styles clash for Jimmy Rave.
No more Rave clash.
Cover here. 2 count again for Jimmy Rave.
Of course, much like you will undoubtedly see some streamers for Kenta Kobashi and Samoa Joe later on tonight due to the prestige involved in that matchup and the great competitors. You see some of the fans throwing toilet paper for Jimmy Rave during his ring entrance, and in my opinion, that's very fit.
Just before the entire crowd would break out in chants of "Die, Jimmy, die."
Roderick off the second with the crossbody. Nana up on the apron. He saw things weren't really going in the favor of his man. Northern Lariat to the back of the head.
Rave avoiding Roderick Strong coming in. He hit the turnbuckles hard and then just connected with that Northern Lariat right to the back of the neck of Roderick Strong. Another cover here.
Able to kick out. Nana still just pulling Jade Chung around by that leash. Rave in control.
Thus far, Rave has done a good job. You know, he's limited the amount of hard strikes from Roderick Strong. He's been hit with a couple of chops, but Roderick hasn't been able to unleash much offense on the back, and he just gets the taste slapped out of his mouth.
Referee distracted by Jimmy Rave, and Nana interjecting himself physically into the matchup.
For the most part, like I said, Jimmy Rave able to avoid a lot of the back work from Roderick Strong, and he's done that by controlling the offense and utilizing the outside interference as he just dumps Roderick on top of his head one more time.
He gets 2 very
lackadaisical cover there by Ray. He's used that interference, like I said, to gain an advantage a couple of times on Roderick Strong.
Very, very methodical in his offense here. Measures him for that strike. Referee warning him about the closed fist.
One right hand to the top of the head by Raven, another one.
Again with the closed fist, but Roderick firing back with forearm.
3 hard forearm shots to the face of Jimmy Rave. Ducks a little too soon. Rave up and over. Side Russian leg sweep.
And keeps him grounded. Submission predicament right here, looking to wear down Roderick Strong. He's got it in the center of the ring. Roderick trying to power his way out of it. Relieve the pressure put on his neck and his head by the leg of Jimmy Rave.
And he needs to get the leg behind his head like he did just there. But Jimmy Rave turns him over into a crucifix for a near fall. Roderick ducks the back elbow and fires away with a chop to the chest.
More hard chops from Roderick Strong. Big clothesline takes him down.
Roderick fired up here quickly on top of Jimmy Rave. Big back body drop. And a drop kick connects.
Cover. No, only 2. Jade Chung just being yanked by that leash. Going for another backbreaker.
Looking for the stronghold here, trying to turn him over. That modified Boston Crab. Rave trying to fight his way to the ropes. Roderick unable to turn him over as Rave is able to grab the bottom rope.
He saw it coming and he was able to save himself. And grabs hold of the tights, and Roderick Strong sends him through the ropes and to the floor.
Roderick's back hitting hard on the apron. He makes his way back up, fires a shoulder block. Up and over, sunset flip. Rave sits down and grabs the ropes. He's got the ropes!
And the referee saw that. Good officiating by Mike Keener right there. Running knee.
Hooks the leg.
No, only 2.
Series of near falls for Jimmy Rave right there. Only able to get 2.5. Roderick able to kick out.
Rave back to his feet, nursing his back. As Roderick beginning to bust out some of the offense to the back. And again.
Rave took a little too much time there and got caught. Can Roderick follow up here, though?
He looks poised, just waiting for Rave to get back up. Rana's beside himself. Big boot.
Another 2 count for Roderick Strong.
So close. High impact maneuver. But can't put him away. Leaping forearm, another backbreaker.
2.5 again, Rave kicks out. Roderick Strong now going to work on the back of Jimmy Rave.
Needs to try to go for that stronghold once again. He's hit several more backbreakers on Rave, trying to soften him up. Going for the half Nelson backbreaker. Rave blocks.
Spear from Jimmy Rave. Northern Lights bomb.
Only gets 2. Roderick hanging in there. Roderick Strong with good momentum to fall to Jimmy Rave tonight to put a halt to his rapid progress.
Oh, Rave going for the chair.
Again, going for that chair. Come on. Referee will have none of it. Fighting over the chair. They turn around, Jimmy Rave.
Both knees driven right to the midsection, and there's the stronghold. He taps Roderick Strong with the victory.
By submission, Roderick Strong. Finish him. Finish him.
We are at intermission here in Manhattan. Kenta Kobashi versus Samoa Joe coming up soon. Lacey has stormed the ring during intermission, and she has informed everyone that tomorrow at Unforgettable in Philadelphia, she will reveal her news, Lacey's Angels. In an exclusive scoop, we have also learned that Ring of Honor will name its new commissioner tomorrow in Philadelphia. This commissioner will restore order in ROH. Stay tuned. Kenta Kobashi versus Samoa Joe coming up soon. New Ring of Honor World Champion Bryan Danielson is currently finishing his outside the ring obligations. He will return to action in 2 weeks when ROH debuts in Cleveland, Ohio. The show is Enter the Dragon. It will be Bryan Danielson against former Ring of Honor World Champion Austin Aries. These two have an extensive history with one another. It started at last year's Survival of the Fittest in what many consider Austin Aries' breakout match. The two then battled at Testing the Limit in a 75-minute 2 out of 3 fall match. Earlier this year, it was Austin Aries defending the world title against Bryan Danielson at Nowhere to Run. Danielson failed to win the title and walked out of ROH. Now Danielson can even the score against Austin Aries in 2 weeks at Enter the Dragon. ROHWrestling.com for details. Intermission. I'm Jimmy Bauer, and Dave Razak. I've decided to join you for this match.
I know it's a big party in the locker room tonight, Bauer. It's Ricky Reyes taking on Billy Primo from the second graduating class of the ROH Wrestling School.
This one should be a good one. We've seen a lot of the new talent shine tonight. Matt Sydal, Claudio Castagnoli, the new tag team champions Tony Mamaluke and Sal Renaro. New talent shining from top to bottom. see if Pelly Primo from the ROH Wrestling School can do the same. Boy, it's great to be on this home release stage.
Pelly Primo, a small individual, but he can absorb a lot of punishment and keep fighting. He's got a lot of heart.
You know, I almost don't want to leave the broadcast booth.
Whoa! He gets folded in half really well as well.
Pelly better start mounting some offense pretty soon.
Ricky Reyes in control. And that's it! Ricky Reyes with a quick victory.
And an easy payday for me. Back to the bar.
Here's your winner by submission, Ricky Reyes.
champion James Gibson fulfilling his final 2 obligations to Ring of Honor before heading back to WWE. He was able to select his final 2 opponents for this weekend, and tonight he selected his former partner, a man he knows very well, in Jimmy Yang, making his ROH debut.
Very excited to see Jimmy here. He and Jamie, of course, former members of the Young Dragons a while back, and they are very much looking forward to this matchup. We still don't know who Jamie's last opponent is going to be tomorrow in Philadelphia. We should find that out later on tonight, but it is going to be Jimmy Yang here tonight.
You know, Jimmy Yang is in much the same position as James Gibson was when he made his way to ROH during early 2005, making his debut at the 3rd anniversary celebration Part 2 in Dayton, Ohio against Spanky. Had a breakout match, and that was really the start of James Gibson reinventing himself in ROH competition. Going at it without any restraints, without any boundaries put on his wrestling style. And Jimmy Yang making his way to ROH, looking to do very much the same thing that James Gibson did during the early half of 2005, here in late 2005 and into the future.
Yeah, he is very much looking forward to making an impression on the fans of Ring of Honor, on the fans watching this at home, as well as the ones here in New York tonight for this great night for us here at Ring of Honor. Kenta Kobashi in the main event against Samoa Joe still to come. Did you see the ring jacket?
Oh, that jacket that he wore to ringside. And the only other time that Jimmy Yang wore that jacket was WrestleMania 20, which shows just how important his ROH debut means to him. And I don't know who has the more fashionable jacket, Jimmy Yang or Bryan Danielson with that maroon jacket. Takes him over with the side headlock takeover. Jimmy Yang in control. Has Gibson down on the canvas with the side headlock. Now, our producer Artie's in my earpiece. We will have clips from some of Gibson's best matches here in ROH after this matchup.
These last 2 matches here for James Gibson in ROH, the last 2 chances that he has to cement his claim on being the MVP of Ring of Honor for 2005. People keep trying to debate, is it Roderick Strong? Is it James Gibson? Well, this weekend could go a long way in determining who winds up the MVP for 2005 in Ring of Honor.
Jimmy Yang sent to the ropes, shoulder tackle, bowls over Gibson, back to his feet, quick side headlock takeover.
Jamie does have that low center of gravity. Jimmy has the height advantage, but he was able to use his size to that advantage there and knock Gibson off his feet as he came off the ropes with a lot of velocity.
Keeping him grounded, putting pressure on the chest of Gibson as he tries to work his way back to his feet.
Gibson with a hold of the leg here, trying to alleviate some of the pressure. Steps on the back of the knee and drives Jimmy Yang down the mat, rolls him up. Only a 1 count.
Quick side headlock takeover by Gibson.
Very quick takeover there as he grabbed Jimmy Yang coming in and took him over very rapidly. Now has that arm locked, driving the knee right into the elbow capsule.
Gibson keeping hold of that arm, ringing away on it now. Holding onto the wrist lock. Yang backs him into the corner.
No clean break, an elbow to the face. And a series of hard kicks rocks Gibson in the corner.
Yang showing what he's made of to the ROH fan.
Picking Gibson back up.
Keeps hold of the wrist and takes him over. Pete Paso into the ropes. Brings off the ropes and takes Yang over. Neck breaker from Gibson.
Cover, only a 2 count for Gibson. Tremendous quickness on the part of both of these athletes. And the crowd in Manhattan appreciates it.
You know, Gibson said that he was going to stick around Ring of Honor for as long as he held on to the ROH World title, that he was going to be a fighting champion and a champion of honor and respect.
And he was.
And he was. But, you know, he had some remaining dates on his schedule for ROH, and title holder or not, he he's fulfilling those obligations to give the fans that bought a ticket what they paid for to see James Gibson give it his all in that ring.
And he did give it his all the entire time we were lucky enough to have him here. It was just a short time, but he more than made his mark on this company, especially even in losing the title. What a match between him and Bryan Danielson.
One of the best hold-for-hold, move-for-moves games of human chess that I've ever seen. Professional wrestling between those two. Of course, that incredible four-way in Dayton where he won the championship from CM Punk. Memorable pure title shot that he had against Samoa Joe back in the Buffalo area. James Gibson, really one of those guys who you could consider for MVP of 2005 here in ROH.
Hard elbow to the top of the head. He's going to send Yang off the ropes. Hip toss, but Yang puts on the brakes and clotheslines Gibson out of his boots.
Nice counter. Kicking away and connects with the kick upside the head.
Nice combination of kicks, one to the hamstring, one to the back of the head, cover. 2 count, and then goes right to the arm lock.
Yang staying right on him.
Gibson doing a good job of fighting it off, not allowing Yang to get that arm turned behind his back. That alleviates a lot of the pressure of that hold. The minute that hand gets turned upwards towards the middle of the back, that's when the most pressure is put on the elbow with that hold.
Gibson to his knees, Yang still holding on to the arm. Trying to wear Gibson down. To a standing position now. Shot to the midsection. Yang trying to keep hold of it. Gibson breaks free and connects with a chop. Trying to shake out that arm now.
Go behind by Yang. Gibson runs to the ropes.
The momentum sends Yang to the floor. Ticket to Ring of Honor, you get what you pay for. Sometimes the wrestler ends up in your life. Putting it all on the line here.
And a lot of guys, when they're in a company and they know they're finishing up, they have their last few dates before they're about to go elsewhere. You know, you can sense that they're not going to give it their all, that they're going to mail it in. You know, I've only got a couple of shots left. Let me get my paycheck and get the heck out of here. James Gibson is not that kind of guy. He came into Ring of Honor a man of honor, wanted to become a champion of honor, and he's going to leave here a man of honor, leaving everything he's got in the middle of the ring.
All the way up top goes Gibson. Takes a chance and pays the price as Yang connects with the spin kick. Both men are down as the referee applies the double count. Checking on their condition here. You know, that dive into the crowd, it just shows just how much we've got these fans jam-packed into the New Yorker Hotel here to see Joebashi and Samoa Joe.
Capacity crowd on hand here, and they are in for quite a treat in just a little bit. A matchup that's been so long in the making. We've been hearing rumblings for so long that this was going to happen, and it's finally here. Dave, I am so excited.
Not much room to move around in this building. Just so many people want to see it. As Gibson hits the buckle hard. Good agility shown from Jimmy Yang.
Super kick right on the chin. That might be it. Gibson able to kick out at 2.5.
Going toward the apron, Yang pulls him back inside the ring, keeping hold of the arm. Looking to wear him down here.
As that chin lock applied, he had been sitting down deeper in the back of James Gibson, forcing him to carry his weight. Now he's standing up a little bit, and it's allowing Gibson to get to his feet here and actually carry him into the corner and drives him into the turnbuckles.
Freed himself from the hold, did Gibson.
Both men down in the corner. Crowd trying to get behind both guys as they're trying to struggle to their feet.
Gibson just chopping
shot staggers Yang. Irish whip reversed. Gibson puts on the brakes. Tries to roll through for a cradle. Sits down.
Leverage goes back and forth between these two men as they exchange near falls. Either man able to keep his opponent down for a count of 3.
Gibson goes for Ramaya Strong. Another 2 count there. Didn't have it cinched in. Jackknife cradle. Look at the bridge from Gibson.
Back and forth these two are going.
Going for the backslide. Neither man able to get it. Double clothesline, both men down.
Such a hard-fought battle here between these two athletes. You know, because of Joebashi and Joe battling it out in the main event, there's more international media here tonight than at any other ROH event in company history. Samurai TV is here to cover the event for television in Japan, plus Nippon TV, major network in Japan, here to cover the action.
Crowd getting behind both athletes as they struggle to make it back to their feet one more time. Yang is up first, a right hand, and Gibson fires back. Yang with another right hand, and Gibson fires back. Both men leaving it all on the line here.
Both men staying on their feet. Off the ropes comes Yang.
Caught with that high knee from Gibson. Drives a forearm to the chin and sends him off the ropes. Back elbow knocks Yang down. Gibson's starting to turn it up a notch.
Getting his second win here. Big back body drop.
Over with Yang, sends him off the ropes one more time. Sets early. Caught with a kick from Yang. Spine buster!
Oh. No, he gets his shoulder up. Jimmy Yang does not want to fall in his ROH debut. He wants to make an impact here in Ring of Honor. He wants to show that he can go with the athletes on the roster. At the very same time, James Gibson wants to have, you know, some victories in his final ROH contest.
Absolutely, he wants to go with his head raised high on the way out. And this would go a long way to that end. But nobody home as he misses the elbow.
Yang moving out of the way, trying to pull himself up in the corner. Back to his feet.
Gibson runs into a kick. Picture perfect moonsault, only able to get 2.
A great hang time on that. Spin kick turned him inside out. Yeah, Yang time.
See what I did there?
Yeah. He's got Gibson down.
He says that's it. He's going up.
Speaking of Yang time. Nobody home. DDT. Spiked him right on top of his head. Keeps holding the arms and the head.
Hell yeah! Nice.
Trying to turn him over.
Crowd getting behind these two.
Those arms butterflied. Could be looking for the Tiger Driver. Yang puts on the brakes. And gets caught in that front choke.
These fans want to see Yang pick up a victory in his debut.
Look at Yang reach down and drive Gibson into the turnbuckles to break the choke.
Good show of strength there by Jimmy Yang. Freed himself from the hold. See if he can follow up here. Scoops him up, backbreaker over the knee.
He's going for Yang time one more time. Setting him up.
Can he hit it this time?
He does! 2 3/4. How did he kick out?
Both men are down. Busting out all the stops here.
have enough left in the tank to hit that Tiger Driver.
What does Yang have to do to put Gibson away? Going up top yet again.
Went to the well once too often, and Gibson caught him.
Gibson pulls him to the center of the ring.
Running powerbomb into the corner. Tiger Driver. Ah! He planted him.
Only two, his shoulder rolled up off the canvas. Only two.
Keeps holding the head. Front guillotine choke. Nowhere for Yang to go. He's going to tap right there.
Gibson comes up with the victory.
Here is your winner, James Gibson.
The question remains, who will James Gibson face in his last ROH matchup tomorrow night?
It's no secret, this is my last weekend and I wish it wasn't. But the last year of my wrestling life has been the most funnest and most pleasurable time I've ever had in this business. And you people in that locker room and the quality matches I was able to give you has been an honor. And it's been a great privilege for you and this company to have me here. The officials of ROH for allowing me to pick my opponents this last weekend. It was a pleasure and an honor to have the opportunity to wrestle Jimmy Yang. He's been a man that's been part of my career pretty much since day one, and to get to wrestle him here was a great privilege. I'd like to thank Jimmy. And for tomorrow night, my last match ever, possibly for the MVP of the year, I want to challenge a personal friend of mine, a
notorious 187 Homicide, undefeated here in New York City, here in his hometown, flanked by his fellow Rottweilers, his thugs, Julius Smokes at ringside, to take on the returning Jack Evans.
Those thugs, you see them there up the aisleway. We saw them earlier tonight in Colt Cabana's opening match against Claudio Castagnoli, making their presence felt there, distracting Cabana, costing him that matchup, and now it's Jack Evans' turn to take on the notorious 187.
Collar and elbow tie of Homicide, bringing away on the arm of Jack Evans. This is the first time that Jack Evans has been back in ROH since Death Before Dishonor 3 back in the month of June. He's healed up some of those nagging injuries from his high-risk, high-flying style. He's gotten in better shape and has returned in better form than ever.
Yeah, what, he does not look like a guy who's had a couple of months off here, not by any stretch of the imagination. Apparently Homicide can't see him. Memory good standing of Generation Next, making his way back here to Ring of Honor. He was in the back preparing for this matchup when Roderick Strong had a little bit of trouble at the end of his match with the Embassy and Jimmy Rave when he was unable to come out and help Roderick. Matt Seidel also in the back feeling the effects of that Angel's Wings from Christopher Daniels, and of course Austin Aries unable to appear this weekend after the injury suffered to the back a week ago.
Jack Evans just got served not only by the dancing of Homicide, but by the agility, landing on his feet out of that monkey flip attempt.
Uh-oh.
And now Jack Evans showing what he can do.
That boy's got skills.
Homicide comes charging. Evans catches the leg and goes to work on Homicide.
Back heel trip by Evans, gonna send him off. Homicide puts on the brakes. Head scissors there by Evans, and a nip of his Homicide goes to the floor. Evans is gonna fly.
Evans borrowing a page out of Homicide's own playbook with the tope con hilo.
Homicide crashing into that guardrail on the outside. Evans is gonna do the smart thing and stay all over it.
Now the reason, besides those nagging injuries, that Evans decided to take some time off is coming out on the losing end of a tag team match against Lacey's Angels back at Death Before Dishonor 3. Felt that maybe he was the weak link in Generation Next and he needed to regroup, needed to get his game back on. And he's looking better than ever here against Homicide.
That running knee strike to Homicide's face there, another near fall for Evans. Gonna pick Homicide back up one more time. Snap suplex takes him over, floats over, unable to get one. Julius Smokes trying to rally the fans here in New York City behind their hometown boy Homicide. Undefeated in New York, as you said. Backbreaker from Homicide.
Just folds him in half. Homicide with a very determined Jack Evans in the ring with him right now, but you gotta realize that Colt Cabana is still on his mind. Nice T-bone suplex with a bridge.
What you're able to get to is you see those three thugs standing in the middle of the aisle.
What are they worried that Colt Cabana and some Chi-Town thugs are gonna come out and get involved in his match, maybe distract him?
Turnabout would be fair play. Hard chop to the chest of Evans. Crumbles him in the corner.
Firing away at the midsection of Homicide, just shaking off the blows.
Doing no damage whatsoever to Homicide, who drives a knee into the midsection. Off the ropes. Evans catches him with a run. Hooks the legs. Another near fall for Evans.
Nice pinning combination by Evans, but Homicide takes him down with the clothesline. Of course, last time here in Manhattan, Homicide coming up on the winning end of the matchup with Jay Lethal. body slam on Evans. Single-legged crab.
Look at him sit down on the back of Jack Evans and pull back on the hair. I think he's just bending his back and head. The foot, his foot is touching the back of his head.
It's like Plastic Man. Jack Evans, you can just fold him in half.
People are not supposed to bend that way. Plastic Man, look at the face of Jack Evans. He is in agony right now.
Handful of hair by Homicide, trying to pull Evans back up to his feet.
Good thing he rested up all those nagging injuries, because he's going to get a whole bunch of new ones tonight.
Hung up in the trio woe. Look at Homicide having
Drop kick right to the face.
great elevation on that as well. Julius Smokes talking that garbage right in the ears of Jack Evans.
Evans is just limp in the corner. His eyes are glassy. And Homicide is staying right on him. Guillotine leg drop across the bottom rope.
Jack Evans just at the mercy of the notorious 187 here in his hometown.
Homicide just stalking him slowly here.
Of course, tomorrow night in Philadelphia, Homicide to team with Joebashi to take on Samoa Joe and Low Key.
What a matchup that's going to be. Homicide, no business at hand as he runs into Jack Evans, not once but twice in the corner. Catches him coming in, but Evans able to hang on to an arm drag.
Avoided that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Can't avoid the DDT.
Just caught the head, swinging DDT, planted him.
Julius Smokes looked like he was about to get involved, but thought better of it.
No, that was just celebration. Too close to the ropes. Jack Evans with his foot on the bottom rope to break up the pin attempt. Homicide very methodical here.
Going for a hair again of Evans. Fires her right hand to the jaw. Evans staggered in the corner. Homicide's going to bring him out. Homicide charges, nobody hold Evans out of the way. Up and over, Evans hangs on to the top. Crotched on that top turnbuckle rope.
Evans trying to use his great balance and agility to save himself, but still paid the price. Trying to fight his way out of this position. Elbows connect to the side of the head of Homicide, and down he goes. Evans all the way up top.
Connects on the back of Homicide. Hooks the leg.
Innovative high-flying offense from Evans. But can't put it away. Forearm strikes down from Evans. Personally Irish whip off the ropes he comes. Connects with the drop kick. Out to the floor goes Homicide. I don't know if that's the safest place for him to be when you've got Jack Evans. Kicks him through the guardrail, into the guardrail, into the front row, and this leaves Jack Evans in the perfect position for some springboard goodness.
Once again, the action spilling out into the seats here in Manhattan.
Front flip dive takes him down. He may have let some of those lingering injuries from that high-risk offense heal over the past couple of months, but he's still putting his body on the line for these fans and for the victory.
Here comes one of those thugs on the outside on the apron.
Come on.
Evans kicks him down to the floor.
They don't need to get involved in this matchup, and Evans will take them out.
Glancing blow on a couple of them. He wiped one out in the middle of the aisle. He needs to pay attention to Homicide. That's the one he needs to concentrate on. Don't let them distract him the way they did Colt Cabana.
Yeah, cost Cabana his matchup earlier tonight. Evans pulling himself back up on the ring apron.
Covers him here. Doesn't hook the leg. Only get two. Maybe a little bit of the ring rust starting to show on Evans. He's moving a little bit slowly here as this match wears on.
What could Evans have in mind?
Almost looked for a second like he was trying to go for the ace crusher. Instead, he gets planted face first by Homicide.
Implant DDT off the ropes, but too close to those ropes to go for the cover. Yeah, looked like he was trying to rub it in the face of Homicide and go for that ace crusher off the ropes. A trademark maneuver of Homicide, and he's looking to finish off Jack Evans now. There he is, pop killer. What does he have in mind here tonight?
Handful of hair by Homicide. He's going to drag him up. He's going for the cop killer.
Lands on his feet.
Homicide chugs him up. Ace crusher.
And now it's time for the lariat of Homicide. Winding up. Just waiting for Evans to get back to his feet.
First round's on Jimmy.
ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500 for all your merchandise needs. Much more than Ring of Honor merchandise at ROHWrestling.com. Check it out for DVDs from WWE, TNA, lots of independent promotions, plus rare merchandise from Japan, the Straight Shooting Series, the Secrets of the Ring Series, ROH Live event tickets, shirts, hats, figures, much, much more. Check it out for all your wrestling merchandise needs. ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500.
The fans demanded it, and ROH brought it to you. You see, no matter how much hate, no matter how much anger, when it comes right down to it, this is a pro wrestling company filled with the finest pro wrestlers in the world. The fans demanded it, and they got it. And no matter what the cost, no matter how many times my neck's gonna click for the rest of my life, I will know one thing. I gave it my all for the sport I love. Every single night I went out there. Here's to you, Joebashi. But you better believe I'm coming for round 2. Calm down, calm down.
Hey guys, can we get some help?
Hey, get some help, get some help. Yo, get some help.
入場前大小橋コール起こってましたけど、あれを聞いた時はどんな感じでした？いや、びっくりした。みんな待っててくれたんだなと思って。紙テープもあれが出たので。ノアのリングより戦いやすかったんじゃないかというぐらいの。いや、そうなんです。どこ行ったって小鉢なんだ殺そうするだけだから向こうのジョー選手も日本スタイルといいますかを意識していろんな技も出してきましたけどいい選手だった